Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Amazing. Amazing.
Don't sink.
I quite know what
Don't
to say
sink.
to you. Except that I have actually been streaming to myself for the last God knows how long. And yeah, I don't know, it's the first time I've ever used live scheduling, and it looks like it had all gone live. I got a message coming up saying that it was going live.
Don't sink.
And
Don't sink.
I've just looked at the messages.
Don't sink.
And seen that
Terrain ahead.
people are
Terrain
saying
ahead.
that it's not live. Well, it is now live, but in a way you've actually saved yourself some trouble, and I'll tell you why. Because this is such a complicated piece of kit, this random and anywhere add-on, that I had a few issues with initially.
Don't
so
sink.
I've literally only just taken
Terrain
off.
ahead. Terrain ahead.
Get rid of.
Terrain ahead. Terrain ahead. Pull up. Terrain ahead.
There we go. Get rid of that damn thing. Yeah, so it's probably just as well. Just as well that you missed it all. Anyway, it's great to have you here. Apologies for the delay. As I say, the first time I've used live scheduling, and on the one hand, it was telling me that everything was connected, and yeah, I don't know if it's the lag sparky. I've just turned it off. Yeah, it's been doing some funny things, but we should be okay now. I'm just trying to remember now all the things that I said before that I've got to say again. So we've got some people from the Dreams of Wings Discord community here who've come along, flying with us. We are on the way to the first pickup, so I think probably due to the amount of issues I was having, and this has never happened on one of these missions to me yet, but they actually, because of the distance to the casualty, the ambulance service have picked up the casualty in an ambulance and have flown the casualty, driven the casualty, or rather we're meeting the casualty at a meeting point, which is where we're going to. That's what's actually marked on the map. Interesting how things weren't working before. Can someone do me a favour and type in the chat !Discord, please? It wasn't working before, and I'm wondering if it wasn't working because the bloody thing hadn't gone live. There's the River Spey. Spey Bay. Always learning things in this. Always learning things. Thanks, guys. I don't think it's working. Oh, there it is. Now it's working. Thank you, everybody. So, if you are not a member of the Discord, there's the link. Come along and say hello. And if you fancy getting a helicopter up and joining us, Western Europe server, take off from EGQS Lossiemouth, or maybe Aberdeen, or you could wait and see where we're due to go next. We'll find out now when we pick up the casualty where we are actually going to go. But we'll find out. But we're en route now. Just checking the scenery again. Apologies to everybody who was waiting from the beginning. There were problems with the Asobo servers. They all went down. I actually sent out a message saying that it was postponed, and then everything came back to life again. So I'd shut everything down, and now I have opened up again. So it was a little bit rushed, to say the least. But thank God it's working now. actually secretly relieved that you missed the first bit. It was terrible. Do you know how in Sims, when you start adding lots of different add-ons and lots of different layers, and you start messing about with things, there's a danger that you can you're kind of opening yourself up to just having more and more problems, and that's exactly what happened. High Performance Group I think they're releasing an update. Well, they announced earlier that they were going to update it today, and I think that's just to iron out a few issues. So there's so many different complicated pieces connecting with each other here that from time to time odd things are going to happen. So they always happen on a stream, guaranteed. If something's going to go wrong, it's going to happen on a live stream. But luckily, due to the other thing that went wrong, you missed it. So two things went wrong. They kind of cancelled each other out. Apologies that you were waiting. I do apologise for that. But it's good to have you here now. Should we have a look from the outside? Let's just get stable. Look at that. Oh, let's concentrate on the flying, eh? So yeah, the guys flying with me won't see the mission assets or anything like that, but it's just a bit of fun, and they can kind of see where we are going. Just a bit of a fun flight. I can close that now. I need to, when we land, because we might have to wait for the ambulance, ironically, when we land I'll get the map up and I'll show you where we are. Sparky.
Set a possible hospital destination for our patient. Info available on tablet. We can confirm or change later.
Alright, mate. Sparky, you're absolutely right, mate. Two wrongs can make a right. And this evening, by God, destiny prevails. And they did. I must remember next time, if I do a scheduled live event, I need to make sure it's sent live on YouTube Studio. Like an amateur, I didn't, even though everything was saying it had gone live. Anyway, that's boring, you don't need to know that. You don't need to know that. Isn't it lovely? So it's kind of morning here in the sim. It's live weather. The weather seems... Oh, hello, look at that. The weather is rather nice. What is that? Okay, let's look at the mountain. Get control of the helicopter and stop faffing about. So that's the ambulance meeting point. As I say, I've never done this before. I don't know if you got that bit, because it might have been before I actually went live when I thought I was live. What it's done is normally the mission you'll go to the casualty. What he's built into it. Hello? There we go. Pause then. What he's built into it now is the fact that the ambulance crew, to save time, because of the distance to the casualty, might actually bring the casualty closer to you. And they elect a position.
2 nautical miles from loading area.
They elect a position, and that's what we do. We come weaking out the sky. We park up, the lads in the back get a brew on, getting a few stutters there, and everyone's happy. Right, just preparing for landing. Let's put that onto hover mode, because that's always helpful. Quick look at everything. That's a tickety-boo. Coming up on the landing site.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
The map, due to the random and anywhere, the map will automatically zoom, which is quite helpful. As I say, random and everywhere is the free mission pack on flightsim.to, but the ability to use it in the way that we're using it, you need the...
The site is safe for operations. We can proceed.
You need the action expansion pack. So the farmer's quite happy for us to land. That's where we need to go. So let's just come round. We've had a look. The ambulance isn't here yet. Wind is that away. There it is. So let's just ever so carefully, in a professional and controlled manner, bring the helicopter in. We'll get to the road. We're flying into wind, pretty much. Although there's not much wind. When I was setting everything up earlier, the wind was absolutely belting. Okay, so it wants us to land in that car park there, so let us do that. Let's just come over. Keep needing to assign the button to close the tablet, just so I can get a better view. You can do that, they very thoughtfully built that into it, but Numpty Head here hasn't set it up yet. We are down. Okay, let's have engines to idle. There we go. Now, annoyingly, I did a double click or a roll to the wheel on engine number 2, so it actually switched off, and now we've got engine 2 was showing failed, which is not what we want. So are we going to have to do a restart? I think we probably are. Okay, so while we're faffing about with that, let's have prime pump on. Go through the start mode. If we can't relight it, this is going to be rather embarrassing. But in keeping with the way things are going this evening, it's only 8 o'clock and everything is going wrong. But it would be boring if it was easy, right? Okay, idle, everything's cool, engine 2 is fine. Let's have prime pump off. Those 2 pumps are on and that's all good there. Okay, happy with that. So now we just got to wait for the ambulance. Ah, Tier 0, thank you. Thank you. I enjoy them too. I always find with these sorts of things, I don't know if they're of interest to people because it's a little bit indulgent. Me enjoying myself flying around in a helicopter, and I don't know if it's good for other people, but it's very relaxed, it's very chilled out. It's Friday evening, work is done, so why the hell not? I use the RAF skin, but when I do the sim, it won't let me use the helipad as my start end point. Oh, okay, yes. Yes. So you need to go into the, it's been a while since I've done this, so bear with me. You need to go into the aircraft config file for the skin, and you need to change the aircraft type. I think it's rotorcraft. The way to check it is have a look at a helicopter that you know is working, and have a look at the aircraft config file, and see what type it is. I think it's rotorcraft, because this paint was made before MSFS did their helicopter update, so you'll find that you need to kind of update the paint so it matches. As long as you do that, it'll work fine. if you're not in the Discord, pop along to the Discord, and you know, we can sort it out in there. Well, Sparks is saying change from rotorcraft to helicopter. Ah, okay, yeah, if you do that, it'll work fine. Right, let's have a look outside. Let's get the right view. There we go. The old ambulance is going to get a shock when he turns up with all these helicopters here. It's almost tempting to go and catch up with the ambulance, but I don't think that'll work somehow. Let's do a quick shout out to who we've got here. So 1 ping only. There we go. That's everyone who's here. So we got Alpha Indigo, Wombleway, Heapster, Rene, good to see you here, mate, and Chico Mick, of course. Let's just take a moment. Chico Mick, of course, is the genius behind the beautiful Duxford scenery that we all love so much. So it's great to have him here along. And we've got a nice mix of helicopters here as well. We've got what we've got. We've got a couple of H125s. We've got the 500E, which is beautiful. We've got the Bell 222, which I love, Airwolf. And actually, yeah, we've got 3 H125s because we've got this one as well in lovely RAF colours. Right, where's this ambulance then? I think we can see him on the map. I'm just going to lock off the head tracking again and see what we can see. Ambulance will arrive at meeting point within 2 minutes. There we go. So we've got plenty of time. Have a cup of tea. Let's unlock that. Let's go outside. Let's have a look outside. Oh, we've got another 500E now. So, what's happening, everyone? How are we doing? Are you glad it's the end of the week? I certainly am. Time for the weekend. Bacon Butty. Where is the Bacon Butty wagon? Oh yeah, good point. Good point. Flight Supply just asked where we were. Okay, let's get the nav map. So we are. Oh, there's the ambulance coming in, marked by that aeroplane there. So we are. We're at a Cattery. Gordonstown, not to be confused with Gordonstown, but that's where we are on the map. So nearest airport is White Hills Airport, which is EG30. We've got Lossy over here, which is where we started, and then I suspect Raigmore's over here, Raigmore Hospital. I suspect we're probably going to go to Aberdeen, but we'll see what we get. And the ambulance is tooting along the road here now, so he's going to come from, I guess, that direction. So let's come back here and let's get the camera, and then we should see the ambulance coming along here. It still absolutely blows me away that this is all free. This random and anywhere. Of course, the action pack and the H145 aren't free, but the random and everywhere just adds so much to it. It's quite incredible. The ability to do what we're going to do now, which is to pick up a casualty, take them to an airport, maybe, or take them to an airport, or maybe something else will happen. Can you see? Just double checking. I haven't left it. No, I haven't left it on map. Can you see the ambulance? He's just gone behind those trees. So he's on his way. There he is. Tooting along now. He's on his way. And then we'll pick up the casualty, and then we'll take him to hospital. Which really we should be doing a bit of planning ahead there. Should be Da Vinci Resolve. Sparky, you are so much more advanced than I am, mate. I don't even know what you're talking about. I have no idea what Da Vinci Resolve is. I kind of think I've heard of it, but There we go. Right, there's the ambulance. Whoa! Okay, he's stopped behind the buildings. So we just need to have a look at the pad and see what it's saying. Oh, I can see some blue lights. Of course, the thing is, there he is. The things like autojet and that sort of thing, it can't see that, so it can't see other aircraft. So we're going to get a little bit of things going through buildings and things, but hopefully he'll stop soon. There he goes. He's going to drive up around there. We're here, mate. He's just having a good look around. He obviously appreciates a good helicopter, so they've said to the guy...
prepare for operation.
There we go. He said to the guy in the back, don't worry, fella, we're just going to have a look at these choppers, but we'll have you in that helicopter in a jiffy. There we go. So they're going to load him up, whack him in the back of the chopper. He's in the back now. Off they go. Lazy boy.
Take care.
Thank you. One of the things you'll notice, by the way, the repaint, like these guys are in Fleet Air Arm and RAF flying suits, when they get outside,
secure, cabin secure, ready to fly.
it goes back to the default. So, yeah. Right, let's have a look. We're going to accept selection. So we're going to... There we go, click on that. We're going to accept the destination that they've given us. So what have we got? The guys who are flying along, just to try and give you a bit of forewarning, yeah, we're going to be going to Aberdeen. So we're going to be going to the hospital right here, bang slap in the middle of Aberdeen. You have no idea how hard I'm trying not to do my terrible Scottish accent. As anyone who watches the streams and the videos knows, I'm a huge fan of this area, having lived up here when I was younger. But being an English idiot, I still can't do a Scottish accent. When I do, it is murdering such a beautiful dialect. Right. Okay. Everything's coming back up. Engines are in flight mode. Let's just get head tracking sorted out. It's interesting. Bear with me. There we go. Quick adjustment there. Right. It's trim releases are held in, and I just feel we've got a helicopter. Is he gone? I saw a shadow there. Right, let's go. I'm really looking forward to being able to do this in the H160. That's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll just back away from the trees a little bit. And let's get on our way. There we go. Okay. It's obviously I've not got my
VTOS.
not picking up on the matching. I'm going to check the scenery. I think that is I think that is. Yeah, it is big map scenery. For a moment, then I thought maybe we'd lost it, but it looks like it's there. Oh, come back on the power a bit. So we are going to Forester Hill Health Campus in Aberdeen. I mean, the intention of, or hopefully the intention is, from Aberdeen we'll get another shout. Now that could be further into the mountains, and we'll just see where it takes us. You know, more importantly, you know, try to do as many as we can without boring you senseless. Right, let's get everything under control. This helicopter has got a huge amount of automation on it. Very sophisticated autopilot and all that kind of stuff. I actually really enjoy hand flying it. We might use the autopilot a little bit, but there's all sorts of things you can do. Got a hover mode, it'll follow a heading, it'll follow a speed, all that kind of good stuff. But I'm just weird. I get a lot of the pleasure out of flying it by hand flying it. Just watching our heading there. Something else that this can do from time to time. Hello, why is it trying to turn us? Something else that this can do from time to time is it will the patient will deteriorate. The patient condition will deteriorate. And if it gets really bad, they'll suddenly shout from the back saying that they need to do CPR, and you've got to land, you've got to get down, let them do their thing, and then take off again. And that's happened to me before. Right, so I'm just going to use a bit of beep trim just to... For some reason the helicopter is wanting to tilt to the left quite a bit. Again, is something new. Just going to let go and just see what it does. Yeah, it's wanting to turn that way. It's just strange. Be interested to see what the update that's coming out tonight. It's a new beta update that fixes a few things. It is so incredibly complicated. Yeah, not much wind, Sparky. It's the there is a bit of wind, but it's only 2 knots. But the helicopter should be relatively stable. I've not quite seen it bang like that before, so there might be something else at play. Right, that's so that is there. Beam trim is doing a great deal. Let's have a quick look at the systems page. Yeah, there's nothing interfering there. Yeah, no, this is kind of what I normally fly at, Sparky, so it shouldn't really... It's flying, it's not flying as it normally would, is what I'm trying to say, I guess. But that's fine. Oh, that's interesting. Closed that page and it just went crazy. And now it's doing the opposite. Now it wants to turn to the right. So that's interesting. That's obviously something funny going on. As soon as I close that page. So let's get the trim release back on and we'll just get it back on course. Yeah, you see now, oh there we go, no, it's stabilised. Yeah, okay, it's fine now. No Sparky, not in hover mode, not using any of the, not using the autopilot. When I said before about going into hover mode, that was the instrument here. It seems to be a bit more stable now since I came out of that autopilot screen, even though there wasn't any autopilot on. it's not. Yeah, it is. For a moment there I thought that was the H160, but it's not. A quick look at the tail, and the general shape shows you what it is now. Right, let's just center the head track again. Got to watch the old cables because I've got those in here. Yes, Bucky, I was just saying before, I tend really not to use the hover mode. I know I should do really, because the whole point of this helicopter is that it's advanced. It's got all these different autopilot features, and I do use it sometimes just to keep my hand in, but a lot of the pleasure I get is trying to hand fly it, which is very unrealistic. You know, as someone pointed out in one of my videos, a real pilot would be using the autopilot features available, and I totally accept that. But my view is until I can fly the helicopter really well myself, I don't want to use too much autopilot. That's interesting. Seem to have a failure. There's definitely something odd going on. Well, we can keep going. Just running through a few things just to try and see why that has come on. Let's get the patient to the hospital. It is funny, it always happens on streams. Odd things happen. You can see that backup SAS is now lit off, and I cannot switch it back on again using the switch on the console. In all the times I've flown this helicopter, that has never happened before. Never. So I suspect that's a random fault that's come in. I can still fly the helicopter, got no issues with that. So we'll get to Aberdeen, and then we'll have a look. See if I can. Don't worry. I'll see if I can fix it on the ground. Interestingly, or maybe not, I made a silly little joke on one of the videos, or it's a stream, I can't remember, about the chap next to me having Royal Navy rank epaulets, and I said this is an RAF helicopter. The chap Panther Repaints pointed out to me quite correctly that 84 Squadron in Akrotiri do have some Royal Navy personnel assigned to them, so it's quite realistic that I have this Royal Navy chap next to me, who is incredibly impressed with my flying as always. You can just tell. Aren't you? You're loving it, aren't you? Yeah. So it's interesting, the funny things that were happening before with the autopilot, or rather with the way the aircraft was banking. I wonder if that's got something to do with the backup SAS failing there. I'm not so sure. I really should consult the manuals a bit more on these things. They're so... I'm not a huge fan of glass cockpits, certainly on fixed wing, but I love them in this helicopter. Love it. But I need to learn a lot of the detail, like for example in this instance where the backup SAS has gone off. Why and what are the procedures? What do you think? saying? Chinook says you're wearing lipstick. Oh, he didn't like that. He didn't like that, Chinook. Yes, Marco, he is Navy. I don't know if you just heard my long-winded, waffly explanation. If not, say in the chat and I shall repeat it, but with the shorter version. Trust me. Of the Grampian region now, wondering what the hell is happening with all these helicopters flying overhead. Let's have a look outside. Let's get try and get some stable flying going on so we don't crash into anyone. Oh, sorry, Mick. Mick is an expert at formation flying. Unfortunately, as soon as I pop outside to have an outside view, my flying goes right out the window. So apologies for that, Mick. He's damn good, even in helicopters. Yeah, there's something weird going on here. Something very strange. But let's get matey boy to the hospital first and then we can play around with things. Hey Joran, good to have you here. Yeah, VR in helicopters is amazing. I love flying this in VR. It's just something I don't do often enough. But it's so much easier, but the immersion is just incredible. Right, so what do we want to do now? If I now release, trim release. Okay, so that's look, no hands, and so it's trim is relatively stable. Let's just give it a bit. So I'm just using the beam trim now just to see what the behaviour's like. It's a little bit twitchy. But I'm literally just flying it on beam trim. Marco. Dear me. I do hope we don't have any Royal Navy personnel watching. I do apologise. The Royal Air Force will always respect the senior service. Although, oh no, don't. I don't know if anyone has seen it, but can someone send Richard a group flight? Oh, sorry, a group invite, so that he can see the rest of us. Anyone who's flying with us, if you could do that, that would be most spiffing, because he can't see where we are due to the multiplayer glitch that happens every now and again. Right, so we're not a million miles away now. You can see we're coming up to Aberdeen. There's Aberdeen Dice. Should really have had a check just to make sure there wasn't anyone in the airspace before we came barreling in like an idiot. Interesting that the FPS has just gone through the floor. I do hope that's not a sign that the servers are about to do something silly. Oh, long pause. So, really interested to see what has happened with the backup stability. Once we're on the ground, we can have a quick check. If it's a fault simulation, then we can cancel it. But at this stage, I'm just going to get us down. Lost the H125. I need to concentrate on flying. There's a few other choppers. There's, I think last time I checked, I think there were 3 H125s, a Bell 222, we had a 500E, and I saw a fixed wing on the ground, which is obviously meant to be something else, which I haven't got model remapping set up for. Welcome to Aberdeen. Aberdeen, of course, famous for the as a
2
base.
nautical miles from hospital.
As a base for the oil industry up here. Ah, that's you in a porter. Okay, Richard, I get it. Yeah, I haven't got the porter, and I haven't got model matching set up on the porter either. I just looked at helicopters. This is not a good time to get a twitch in your eye. So yeah, that would explain that. Hello, Aberdeen, the Granite City. I'm kind of hoping the next shout gets into the hills.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
Okay, let's have a look at what we've got. So there's the hospital, there's the landing site. Well, there's a landing site down there somewhere. Let's see if we can... oh no, it's there. Let's see if we can get visual with the... see if it's got a helipad. As with always with these things, it's a case of, is there a helipad baked into the ground, or are we just landing on a spot like the car park? Let's see. There's the helipad. So this is one that's been added in, thanks to Epic Fall. Right, so what I'm going to do is stick in my left hand, and let's... No, I didn't want to do that. There we go. Okay. So the wind is ahead, so we're going to come down. A bit, so stop that. There's the chaps waiting with the gurney.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operation.
Hold your horses, lads. There we go, engines to idle. Let's just lock the head tracking. Need to figure out a better way of doing this. So if I roll the mouse once, there we go. Roll the mouse once, there we go. So we don't accidentally turn the engine off like we did before, like an idiot. Right, let's have a quick look down here. Yeah, that's not re-engaging. So
Helicopter in position. Rear crew, clear to start operation.
Let's have a quick look outside. Crew will follow the patient to ER for report and paperwork, wait for their return. See, this is the cool thing about this. It just adds a little bit of immersion to it, so we'll let him do that. While he's doing that, I want to have a quick look at the failures and maintenance. So backup SAS failure. So interesting. I love it. It's actually given us a failure. So really what we'd be doing now is going back, getting the mechanics to look at it and getting it back online. But we can do that ourselves because the lads in the back are trained fully in avionics in the field repairs, I'm pleased to say. Lawn sausage is a morning roll with black pudding and an egg. Oh, okay. Lawn sausage in a morning roll with it. Yeah. You can't beat it, mate. You can't beat it. Right, so we fixed that. One of the things I love about camping in the Highlands is getting up in the morning and getting some lawn sausage and some bacon in a pan. Oh, looking up at the mountains. Can't beat it. Right, so matey boy's doing the paperwork. Let's just reset the view. That's a nice view. Where are we gone? Look at that. There we go. Let's put that there. Slot it in and lock it in. There we go. Is everyone alright? Should we do another one? That's while matey boy's doing the paperwork. The good thing about this, by the way, is that if you get a bit bored with waiting, you can call him back. And of course, we're drinking Highland Spring. What else? Oh dear. If you've ever driven the A9 route up through the Cairngorms and up to Inverness, of course, you pass the Highland Spring factory. I think it's south of Perth or on the way to Perth. There's a fact you didn't need to know. There's a guy walking on the roof. Is he coming back? Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have happened. It's quite handy, these pads that Epic Fool has put in. Hey, we've got the Mosquito. Alpha, nice choice. I love that little Mosquito. It is great fun. And a very good cause as well. It's on the Got Friends website if you want to have a look. So Richard's over there in the PC6. Richard, has anyone added you as a friend? Or as a group? Okay. Hey, Andrew! Andrew, how are you doing? AJL UK is in the house. Andrew did the beautiful Silver Spitfire repaint that I fly on the Mark 9. He's also a native of this wonderful country and knows a heck of a lot about Scotland and also military history as well. So it's great to see you, Andrew. Great to see you here. No Spitfires tonight, I'm afraid. It's helicopters saving lives one at a time. Okay, let me see. Right, everyone just stand by. I'm still going to be here. I'm just going to put another screen up and I'm going to see if I can add Richard. So bear with me. Don't go anywhere. I am still here, okay? Okay. I've sent you an invite, Richard. So hopefully you'll be able to see everything. Everything will come back into view. Right, you see the fella. You see the fella. Where's he gone? Get my bearings. There he is. So he's coming back now. Here he is. Right, so I've turned tags off again. So, wrong button. So he's done the paperwork. You see, all this is designed to kind of add to the realism of it. You might think, well, you know, I really don't want to sit around for ages waiting for the fella to do paperwork and all that kind of thing. But if you want to add to the realism a bit, then it's there. It's all immersion, really. Whoa! What was that
Cabin
about?
security. Ready to fly.
Okay, so let's receive new dispatch. Here we go. So we've got rescue injured person in a camping area. Does this mean we might be going to the mountains? I don't want to get too excited. I don't want to get too excited, but let's see. Let's have a quick look. What do we got? 41 years, male unconscious, camping area undefined accident close to campfire. I think we know what's happened there. Police, fire engine, ambulance with no paramedic present on scene. Emergency doctor is required. The assets that are on the scene will change as well in the mission. Sometimes you start off and there's no one there, and then other times you'll start off with someone there. He's got back pain and numbness. Well, don't worry, sunshine. By the time you've finished with this flight, that'll be the least of your problems. Okay. So where is that? Okay, so it looks like we're going back. No, it's got the previous mission still up on the thing. We don't want that. So we've got the previous mission still up on the map, so somehow I need to get it to jump onto the next mission. I think this is one of the things they're trying to fix with the new patch. because we've got a new mission, but it hasn't loaded the new mission into the map. Let's have a look at dispatch control page. So we've accepted that. It's going to do that automatically, so we don't need to do that. Anything down here? No. I think what I'm going to have to do is abort the mission and then restart a new one. Because it's not letting us do that.
Another friendly. Good to have you with us.
Marco, welcome. Great to have you here. Thanks for subscribing. Dispatch has been notified, so we've done that. I've got everything there. We're connected, so there shouldn't be an issue. I think this is just a Andrea, thank you. If mission there, yep, it is. The next dispatch button doesn't work properly. It has been fixed in 9553. I'm trying to think which one I've got. I must admit. Yeah, I've got 99533. That's the one I've got, but it's not working. Andrea, do you know if there's a way to restart? You seem to know what you're talking about. Is there a way to restart so I can kind of try and force it to switch to the next one? Right, do I reset second dispatch? Nothing's changing in there. Are you the man himself? Of course you are. Of course you are. It's an honour to have you here. Andre is the man behind all this. Wow, it's great to have you here. So what do you think I should do now? Do you think I should... what would you suggest? Completely restart a new mission? Or if I click on advanced step or reset second dispatch? Click abort in case you want to say... take note of the mission number. Okay, click abort. Okay, let's do that. Abort mission. Go back in. Let's stay connected. Okay. Waiting for HEMS Operations Centre. What's that doing down here? That's connected. I guess maybe that. Let's just move that down a little bit. That is still connected. Give it another push. It's connected. There we go, now it's connected, just connected it again. Cheers, Andrea. I gotta say, and I'm not just saying this because you're here, I was saying this earlier on before you were here, it's amazing how often you're updating this. You're constantly working on it, and it must be a huge amount of work. So now we're just waiting for the next the next dispatch to come through. I have to say I'm a little bit nervous now that Andrea's here because he is a real life helicopter instructor. My flying will definitely not be up to your standards, sir. Without a doubt. So, car crash led to the injury of a person. Let's accept. Let me just lock off the head tracking. There we go.
Cabin preparation. Please wait.
So they're all doing their bit. I feel like I was saying before, this is all adding to the immersion. I'm just waiting for the rear crew now to give us our clearance to get going. So we've got a life score of 53. So slightly worse condition than the fellow was before. 40-year-olds, males, conscious, and then as things develop, this is the amazing thing about this.
Cabin preparation completed.
As things develop, we get more information coming in. Actually, I'm working hard to have new scene generations which will add animations and jam traffic. That's amazing. It is amazing. Right. Let's concentrate a bit. Engines to flight. The immersion in this is incredible. I mean, even little things like just there, the guy going off to do the paperwork. It's just a little thing. It really is. That's what I love about this. I could spend hours just doing this. I don't know how long this stream is going to go on for until everyone gets bored of watching me, I suppose, but it's great fun. Right, quick look down here, nothing to worry about here. We fixed the fault that we had on the backup SAS. All is good. Right. FPS is a little bit shoddy. Keep an eye out for the other helicopters. FPS is actually pretty bloody awful, so I'm not quite sure what. Just hammering that. It could be something to do with the servers that all went a bit iffy before. Right, let's get going. Just watching I don't put too much power in.
V1.
Okay. So it doesn't look quite like we're heading for the mountains yet. Just going to fly with my left hand. So yeah, we're kind of heading down the coast a little bit. It would be really interesting to just see where it takes you. We're heading towards your territory, Andrew. I was up near your current territory this week. It must have looked amazing with the snow. I did have to have a giggle. We've got some Norwegian chaps on the Discord.
Ambulance with no paramedic. Confirmed on scene.
And you see that little bit of information there, it's kind of, it really makes you feel that there is a live scene going on. There's a patient waiting for us to arrive. There's things happening while we're on the way. It just all adds to it. -12, good God. Yeah, I think where I was...
I've set a possible hospital destination for our patient. Info available on tablet. We can confirm or change later.
Thank you very much. Yeah, where I was kind of mid-north Lancashire. And I think that was -8 the other day. That's about as cold as it was there.
Two nautical miles from accident area.
Oh, that's good, so we're pretty close. Oh, don't crash, don't crash. There we go. Why do you never use any automation? I was just saying before, really because, I don't know if you caught the bit where I was talking about it. Helicopter like this obviously has a huge amount of automation on it. And the whole point of it is to take the workload off the pilot, make it easier for the pilot, make a smoother ride, make it a lot better for the patient, and all that sort of thing. But my view is until I
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
until I can fly it to my satisfaction well enough without using automation, then I'll keep doing it manually. It's not bravado, it's not, good God, it's not bravado. It's not a case of I can do it better than the computer, it's the fact that I'm still very much in training. So that's why I do that. Sometimes I use the automation just to check it works and everything, but not for this sort of thing. We can have a look at it in a bit, maybe. Right, where's a good landing spot? That looks like quite a slope. I don't think I'm brave enough to try and put it down there, although we can certainly try. Good God, your HEMS, your RAF HEMS, you're meant to put it anywhere. Now this is the bit where I wish I had
We are reasonably close.
folded the tablet away. I keep meaning to set up the hotkey to fold it, which you can do. HPG have very thoughtfully set it all up. It's just that numpty here hasn't set the key command yet. So of course also in real life you'd have crew giving you call outs against obstacles, which we don't have. Let's settle down gently. Okay, power down. Where's the thing gone? There we go. And let's lock the head tracking and very gently 1, 2, there we go. Right.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operation. Helicopter in position. Rear crew,
Cheers, Andrew.
clear to start operation.
Yes, Cohen, you are absolutely right. It is safer for the patient. I totally agree with you, but hopefully you'll understand my reasoning. I'd rather know that I can fly the helicopter manually before I start letting the computer take the credit for it. So here's the chaps. So what's happening now is let me get the other view up. There we go. So that's the doctor now. Doctor and the other medical crew going in to have a look at the patient, and then they will work on the patient, and then they may load them into the ambulance. The ambulance might take the patient to did a video, some time ago now, flying around Scotland in Spitfires. And also, wow, even further back to that, we did a Spitfire flight in P3D, where we were talking about, Spitfires that were funded by towns or companies or individuals during World War II. Let's have a quick look. Ground operation progress, helicopter area clear, operations may take a while. Patient is in critical condition, you can see that's just changed. Code 2 is the priority assigned by doctor. Code 1, immediate risk of death. Code 2, immediate risk of serious injury. Code 3. Right, doctor's telling his patient requires to be stabilised. His conditions...
Doc and patient will go with the ambulance to the design hospital. We have to pick him at the hospital helipad.
Select helipad for doctor pickup. Okay, this is a new one. Do you confirm location Forester Health Campus on also choose ambulance destination. Select helipad for doctor pickup. Okay. Oh, so we are transporting. I was getting a bit confused there. I thought we were doing something else. But we're not. It looks like we are presumably taking the casualty. Or is he going by ambulance? I missed what the guy said. It looks like he's loaded up. There's the car accident. I think they've loaded the casualty onto the ambulance. Let's get back in. Ambulance is moving to Forest Hill Health Campus. Reach the hospital and wait, if needed, for the doctor to board. Okay. So it looks like the ambulance is going to the hospital, we're going to the hospital, and then we're going to pick up the doctor there. Okay, so that's easy enough. Let's cancel that. That's bing, bing. Hey guy, hope you are well. Right, that's all good. That's all good. That's coming up nicely. Waiting for both engines to come into flight. And all our temperatures and pressures looking good. Okay, let's go. Just double checking that. Ambulance is moving to Forest Hill Health Campus. Reach the hospital and wait, if needed, for the doctor to board. Ambulance is using a beacon for position report. Oh yeah, this is something else that... okay, right. So if we... being a little bit lazy with my displays here. So let's put that there. And then... get it right. DF, I think it's DF, there we go. 281.5. So the DF will track the ambulance. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting, Andrea. That's the first time that's happened for me. That's what I love. It does these little things that it throws at you. Right, let's concentrate on flying instead of waffling. Co-pilot Cat has just come in and decided to start walking around between my legs. Now is not the time, Co-pilot Cat. We are aviating. Right, let's move forward to get into some transitional lift. Me trying to sound like I know what I'm doing. And let's So we've not got a patient on board now.
VY.
The ambulance little flyover. Yeah, how's the PPL going, Andrew? That is fantastic that you've got into that. One day you'll be flying Spitfires at Duxford. I have a sneaky feeling. We have been incredibly lucky with the weather, actually. As I say, the wind was a lot stronger earlier, and this is live weather. And I was kind of ready for some rough and ready snowy weather, just to use the helicopter to its full capabilities, but we've not seen that. Right, there's the ambulance. The ambulance driver saying to his mate, and I won't do the accent, we're going to beat this guy. These flyboys, they think they're better than us. They're not better than us. I should actually say at this point, there's a lot of tongue-in-cheek joking and messing about, but absolute respect to all the guys and girls that do this for real. There's the... Oh, jeez. Concentrate, get control. There we go. Got a bit carried away looking at the helicopter then. The ambulance, rather. Yeah, absolute respect to anyone who does this for a job. Oh, that's great. You're at the cross-country qualifier. That's brilliant. Well, it goes without saying, mate. All the best for it. You certainly,
2 nautical miles from hospital.
you're certainly in a lovely area. Cheers, Guy. Sorry, I've just seen your other message, Guy. Actually don't know. I mean, what, it's 9 o'clock. How long have we been going? Hold on. We kind of had a false start, so I'm not really sure. I'm probably going to be on
Rear
for...
crew, we are approaching the landing site.
I'm probably going to be on for another hour or so until people get really bored out of their skulls watching it. It's funny, with not having a patient on board, how different it makes you feel flying. You certainly feel like you can whap
Site
it
is
around a
safe
lot
for
more.
operations. We can proceed.
Whap it around, of course, being a helicopter term. Go away. Close. Right. I hate to say it, but the ambulance boys, but we could have got here quicker. maybe the ambulance guys got wind of my flying and decided it was safer to give the patient a break. So I've come in a little bit higher than I would have liked. And this is one of those situations where it's very easy to let things get away with you. Plus the FPS is playing up, which doesn't help. We are all over the place. That's a pretty awful landing, really. Pretty awful landing. Should have...
Wow, nice touch, Captain. What?
I thought it was probably best that I actually shut up then and stop talking so I can concentrate. Yeah, came in too high. It's a lot easier if you almost imagine like you're doing an approach like a fixed swing. So you've got nice sight of it, it's kind of in the same position in the screen, and you have that nice gentle approach instead of what I did, which was to weak it round and then do that rather silly high approach that made life a bit difficult. Hello. Right, lost comms there for a moment. Thank God for that, I hear you say. Okay, so ambulance is going to be here in a minute. Go get a brew, Richard. We've got a minute for the ambulance to get here, and then I'm not sure what will happen after that. Sorry for any drinking sounds that are coming through the microphone. Back a bit and then we can see what's going on here. There we go. Now we've got a better view. Keep an eye on that. See what that ambulance coming in. Oh, is it? There he goes. Here's the ambulance. Come on, lads. Could have done it ourselves a lot quicker. Oh. I love that. It's a nice touch. There's a it's another one of those little things that adds immersion to it, because can you imagine if this was just a case of A to B, A to B, A to B all the time with no changes? What I love about like a scenario like this is that it adds something different. It adds that that unexpectedness to it. I think this is one of the reasons why you could probably do this for ages, because you don't know what's going to happen next. You don't know where it's going to be. You don't know what kind of shout it's going to be. You don't know what the condition of the patient is going to be. And you don't know what's going to happen when you get there. You know, you don't know if the ambulance is going to take him, or you know, like in this case, the ambulance has taken the patient. Our doctor's gone with the ambulance to keep an eye on him. These are all things that happen in real life, and it's that unexpectedness about it, where you don't know what's going to happen, that adds to it. Thank you, Andrew. I've got to say, mate, my helicopter skills are not up to par, but I love it. It's just such good fun. It's just a new, it's kind of opened up a new area of simming to me. Never really flown helicopters in any other simulators to any huge extent, but I've mean, this is just great, and with the MSFS scenery as well. I mean, flying around Scotland, for example, kind of talking to Andrew here, but you can base yourself at Feshy Bridge, for example, and fly around the Cairngorms and rescue people and all that kind of stuff. And it's just beautiful. It really is absolutely beautiful. Right, let's just jump inside and see what's on the tablet. Let's look there. Okay, so ambulance with no medic request doctor. So what we've actually done really is we've transported the doctor to the ambulance, and then the doctor has gone with the ambulance. So I get that. Roll the map out a bit. See, okay, what we got? Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. There he is. Come on, mate. Right, Richard, have you made your brew? Okay, he's back on board. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to assume I don't know if Andrea is still in the chat. I tell you what I'm going to do, Andrea, if you are, I'm going to Richard, this is having a mental blank. This is Epic Falls, Scotland Hospital Helipads pack, and it's got Raigmore and Inverness, and here in Aberdeen. There's a lot to it. In the video notes underneath, I've put a link to it. But it's quite good. Right, okay, Andrea, as I say, I don't know if you are in the chat or if you're still with us. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click Receive New Dispatch just to see what it does. It's worth a try, isn't it? So I'm going to accept it. Okay, so sorry, Andrea. If I select, oh, it's too late now, isn't it? Okay, yeah, it's too late because I've done that. I'll do that next time. Right, abort mission. Just let that clear. Random and everywhere. Let that cycle again. here. Hey, that's no problem, Andrea. Honestly, you put so much work into this. You have nothing to apologise for. It's amazing. It is so clever, so clever. I just don't know how you do it. It could be. I tell you what, I haven't got because it wasn't available at the time that I started the stream. Is I know that HPG were talking about releasing a new version today, and I obviously haven't got that, so I don't know if maybe that's what's caused it. Right, let's have a look.
Cabin preparation. Please wait.
So where are we going? Let me lock that off. Let's have a look on here. Okay, so we're going. I think that's a million miles from where we were before. Let's get ready to fly. Okay for fuel at the moment. So we've got the main tank here, and then we've got the feeder tanks on either side.
Cabin preparation.
That's what we're looking at there. Yeah, totally agree with you, Mike. Totally agree with you. It's an incredible piece of work. Okay, we're ready to go. So let's go into flight mode. Quick look over here. Everything's good. Just watching those piling up. Right, everything's good. With us, always good to see Airwolf. Let's keep out of the way of the H145.
VTOS.
Check that I'm not putting too much power in.
VY.
Just out of interest, and I'm really sorry if I've missed this, and it kind of goes against the nature of it, I suppose, but say I wanted to go to a specific region, like for example over there you've got the Cairngorm National Park with all the mountains. Is there a way that I can select a mission location using your random and anywhere, which is to say, I know it kind of goes against the whole random and anywhereness of it, because you're telling it where to go, but is there a way to do that? Not a problem if there isn't, I'm just wondering. Just wondering. Just thinking it would be good to get into the mountains to do a recovery. let's do that. I've just noticed, there we go, that's better. My head tracking wasn't quite. Yes, you can customise locations with simulator loaded or within the file. Ah! Oh. So like now, if I wanted to, once I've done this mission, if I wanted to select a location in the mountains, there's no kind of quick, easy way. Oh, when you're saying you can do it with the simulator loaded. Might have to have a look at that. Let's have a quick look outside. Okay.
Hey, Captain. That's not an aerobatic helicopter. Please keep calm.
That's what happens when you go outside and try outside views. It all goes haywire. On the initial page you have accept dispatch, next dispatch, customise. Oh, okay. Cool. I'll have a look at that. Push customise and you can pick accident site directly from the map. You sir have thought of everything. That is amazing. Right, what's the time? We'll do this mission and then we'll do a customised one. If everyone's up for that. Really lucky with this weather, almost to the point where I'm actually wondering if, although we're sober, we've got everything back online again, if there isn't, a deeper issue. Wasn't expecting the weather to be this good. Cool, okay, thanks Andrea. I'll give that a try. We picked up this guy, so let's just have a quick look. Just have a quick run through what we've got. 68 years, male unconscious, road traffic accident with 3 cars, police, fire engine, ambulance, with no paramedic present on scene, emergency doctors required. Reported symptoms, amputated arm. Good God. That is serious, and that is going to make your eyes water, that's for sure. That's interesting. That's interesting. I wonder if when it was disconnecting from service and things, it was it somehow lost live weather. Let's have a look. Through the magic of flow. It's on a preset. Jesus. Okay. So there we go. That's better. That's better. That's atmospheric. That is atmospheric. And now we have 26 knots of wind. And look at those wind turbines go. Now, this is going to make it interesting. There's the bell. Beautiful helicopter. And another bell. And an H145. 1245? H125. H1245. I know we're in the H145 and I know that's an H125. But H1425, somehow that's got a ring to it. I love how the displays reflect off the canopy there. Yeah, that scenery's a lot more realistic. I wonder why it was on a clear weather preset when it was on live weather. I wonder if it was because I had live weather and then all the servers went down and it must have put it onto a clear weather preset and locked that in. Interesting. Well, now things just got a lot more realistic. Let's just see how stable the aircraft is. Yeah. Let's get it all lit up in here, nice and cosy. We've got the heating on, so the fellas are alright in the back. Bring it round here. I love how with different types of weather you get different shades and feel for the terrain. I did notice when I was on live weather before that the mountains actually had a bit of snow on, and I want to say I can almost see, if I concentrate on flying a bit, maybe a bit of snow over there, not too much. I'm so glad you joined the stream, Andrea, thanks ever so much. It's actually really helpful you being here, just to be able to talk to you while I'm doing it, just to learn how, you know, different things work. I was saying earlier on that there is so much depth to this. There's so many features to it that there is a lot to learn. A lot to learn, and what I'm trying to do with flights like this is to learn by doing it, if you see what I mean. So mistakes are going to be made, but that's how I'm going to learn. Definitely feel the wind now.
Ambulance with no paramedic. Police. Fire engine. Confirmed on scene.
Okie doke. Okay, so you can customise it for delivery as well. That's amazing. Right, I want to try and get a look. Okay, we can see smoke. That definitely helps. What's the wind direction? Okay, let's come around from...
I set a possible hospital destination for our patient. Info available on tablet.
On the
We
track.
can confirm or change later.
On the track that we're on. There it is. What's the
2
wind?
nautical miles from accident area.
28 knots. So, doctor on the scene. It seems there is one injured in an ambulance with no critical care paramedic. We will check and stabilise him. If his conditions allow, he will be transported by ambulance. Okay. So we can see the blue lights there. That looks
Rear
like
crew, we are approaching the landing site.
that looks like a nice landing ground there. I must set up the key to fold the tablet in. I'm such an idiot for not doing that. What have we got? Oh, that's lovely. Even I can land in the vague general area of that spot. Wow, wind suddenly whips us there a little bit. Watching the wind there, getting my feet properly on the pedals. Get reasonably close, but I don't want to get so close that I'm blowing around
We are reasonably close.
the emergency staff there. So we'll just ink it a little bit closer. There we go, down. Right, engines to idle. Let's lock the head tracking so I can be really gentle going into idle. One. Go on, just one. There we go. Two. Okay, both engines in idle. There we go. Look at
Rear
that.
crew, prepare for ground operation.
Let's pop outside. Great to see the other helicopter still with us. Thanks for flying along, fellas. I know you can't see the assets and everything, but hopefully it's just fun flying and seeing the different scenery and everything. Good to see we've got an H160 up there. So again, what's happening now is the doctor. The advantage of a HEMS flight as opposed to an air ambulance, if you like. A HEMS flight is carrying an emergency doctor on board, so we can deliver that medical care right at the scene and just improve the patient's chances, really. So they're having a look now just to see how things are going. Let's actually go in a bit closer so you can see. This is the detail that we've got. So you've got the firefighters over here, and we've got our crew who are actually working on the patient here. Oh. He's definitely in a bad way. Mind you, he did have an amputated arm, so that's going to hurt. That is going to hurt. It's interesting. One of the things I have noticed is there's the lovely H160. For some reason, the rotors aren't going round. But I cannot wait. I cannot wait to fly HEMS missions in the H160. That's going to be really interesting. And I'm secretly hoping that Panther Repaints does the 84 Squadron repaint for the H160, because that will just be tick all the boxes for me. One of the interesting things is, let me show you this. So let's take off, put on the head tracking. You see, that feels like we're relatively close to the vehicles, but when you look at the outside, get back to that view. Where's it gone? There we go. There's actually quite a distance. It's one of the things I've noticed with this, which is why it looks like the patient's going on the ambulance. One of the reasons why VR makes it so much easier is because you get a much better idea of distances, clearances and all that sort of thing. Oh, have you guys? That's interesting. I can see all the other helicopters with moving blades, but it's just the 160. Oh, I know what's happening. Has he come back to get the stretcher? Yeah, he's come back to get the stretcher. So we are taking him. Right, lads, cancel the Mackie D's drive-through. We're not going to be going there now. We're going to be transporting this poor unfortunate. We're getting some aerobatics here. Nicely done. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We're going to get this patient back to the hospital, and then when we land, so we're going back to Aberdeen. When we land, it's brew time. So I'm going to quickly make a cup of tea, because every HEMS helicopter pilot, as we know, is fueled on tea. I'm going to make a cup of tea. That's a chance for you to do the same, or to get the beverage of your choice, whatever you want. And then we'll reconvene, and then we're going to do a custom mission off into the mountains.
On board. Take care.
Okay, we're good to go. Just wait for the final clearance. How does that sound to everybody?
Cabin secured. Ready to fly.
There we go. Good start. Trim release on. Now we've got the wind to contend with now. And it's funny, isn't it? Stupid thing, I was looking up at the map to see what the wind speed was, rather than actually fly the helicopter. 20 knots. 20 knots on the nose. Let's take off into wind. Get some transitional lift.
V tops. V wide.
And of course, with the patient on board, we must be a little bit careful. Yeah, Andrew, I cannot say enough. I have so much respect for people that do this for real. I can't imagine what it must be like. The pressure of flying a complex helicopter in bad weather. Excuse me a moment. In bad weather, with a patient in the back, potentially seriously ill, potentially dying. Cannot imagine the kind of pressure that that puts on you. Yeah, cheers Andrew, thanks for coming along. It was great to see you here, great to have a catch up, and I'll see you soon. Can someone do me a favour in the chat? Can you type ! Discord, please? I would be most grateful. Cheers, Alpha. There we go, it's come up now. So yeah, if you're not a member of the Discord, click the link, come and say hello. It's a cracking Discord. It's more about a community of people that love flying, warbirds, general aviation, helicopters, all that sort of thing, rather than it being a Discord about a YouTube channel, which it really isn't. Great bunch of people there. There's a section on photography, even a section on model making, and great bunch of people, huge amount of knowledge there, and always good chatting about flying. So yeah, click on the Discord and come and say hello. Right, what we got here? Patient name John Doe, 68, accident type, blah blah blah, diagnosis WIP, consciousness upon medical arrival unconscious, patient condition 17 out of a life score of 100, heart rate is low, patient condition is critical, code 1, vital signs fading. So this guy is in a serious condition. A really serious condition. We need to get a wiggle on. This is when you start to feel the pressure a bit. So we've been quite lucky with the other casualties that we were transporting. They were in quite good condition. This guy isn't, and that will change. That's not going to stay at 17 necessarily. That's one of the genius things about this mod. There you go, it's gone down to 15 now. Luckily we do have a tailwind, 29 knots at the moment. Just want to get there. There's a stream from, it was in Canada, doing HEMS flying in Canada, and I actually situation slightly similar to this. All of a sudden they told me that I needed to land so that they could perform CPR and try and stabilise the patient. So I had to get it down very quickly and learned the hard way about getting into a vortex ring state, because I was so intent on whacking it down. I came down too fast and went into entered a vortex ring state. Luckily I wasn't too high that when we connected with the ground it wasn't too hard, but lesson learned there. One must aviate, concentrate on doing that, and not let the situation make you get all excited and do the wrong thing. Hang in there, lads. We stayed at 15, that's good. When it went from 17 to 15, I thought maybe we were going to see a fast decline, but I'm quite glad he's staying at 15. Sorry guys, my sim paused there a second. Okay, he's now gone down to 13. Back on the power a bit. Just over talking slightly there. Yeah, Andrew, I was just talking about that. It did it to me on a previous stream. Suddenly I had to land, and I got a bit carried away and had a meeting with Vortex Ring State because I was so intent on slapping it down. This is what I love about this. If you've been watching this from the start, you'll know that the first two missions were fairly, fairly untaxing, but routine kind of thing that people, in this line of work would have to do. What we've got now is like a proper emergency, where we have got to get the patient to, to a hospital, to a centre of excellence where they've got the facilities to do the job. Right, it's now gone down to 11.
We are losing the patient here. We need to start CPR as soon as possible.
Okay.
Please land ASAP.
Here we go. Pop over the wires there. Just the wind direction. Let's not do what I did last time. So let's go for this field here. Need to make sure I keep to the right of those wires. Again, like I was saying before, this is where it's really handy having crew members, as you would in real life, who would be calling out the obstacles. down.
CPR in progress. Please stand by. It may take time.
Okay, we'll leave the engine in flight mode. So lock that in there, keep an eye on it. It's now down to 10. Up to 12. Well done, lads. Still working on it. So, have a look outside. Doing 15. Oh, 15 down to 13. They're definitely having to fight in the back. They're looking very chilled out. Just keep watching those numbers. Up to 16 now. Looks like they're winning the battle. Again, it's one of the great things about this Random and Anywhere is this sense of you know, the realism involved in being the pilot, where you are literally having to sit here and wait while the medical experts do their stuff. You know, there's no kind of glossing over it. There's no it's kind of adding to that immersion that you know, this whole experience of flying HEMS missions, which I love. You know, if you can block out some hours to do this kind of stuff, it's great. It really is. Even though right now we're not doing anything in terms of flying, you know, flying in the sim, we're just on the ground. But that sense that there's something going on, that there's, you know, that there's emergency in progress, and that, you know, at any point suddenly they're going to say, right, get your arse in gear, let's get to the hospital. Move up to 18. They're doing a good job. They're bringing him back. Heart rate's gone to low. Not a million miles from the hospital now, as you can see. Yeah, one more way. You're absolutely right, mate. Absolutely right. That's good. It's gone up to 20, heart rate 50 BPM. I think, you know, I would would love, if I could go back in time, I would love to do something like this in real life. I think there's something about being part of a crew, a mixed team of experts. You've got the medical expertise, you've got the pilot expertise, you know, working together in an environment where, you know, it's that cliche, but every day is different. You don't know what's going to happen, you don't know what's going to come your way, you don't know where you're going to be flying to, you don't know what field you're going to end up in. And doing something that really does mean so much to society, you know, it's such a worthwhile job. I just think it's amazing, I really do. And to be able to do this in the sim is just... I used to fly warbirds in the sim all the time. I never would have thought I'd end up doing this sort of thing in helicopters. Right, let's just have a quick look. How's our fuel? So what I'm going to do is we will pretend that the hospital have been kind enough to provide bacon rolls, tea and fuel, and we'll fuel up over the hospital as well before the next bit. Is everyone up for another mission? Do you fancy, once we get this guy back to the hospital, do you fancy doing a custom mission into the mountains? Yeah, totally agree, Guy. Always used to amaze me when I was living in Lossiemouth in the early 80s, and you'd see the Sea King, as it was then, go off, and especially when they head out to sea at night.
CPR successfully reanimated patient. We are now securing him for the flight. Please wait for clearance.
Yeah, when you see them heading off to sea, you think, my God. It takes a special set of minerals to do that kind of thing. Okay, so successful return of spontaneous circulation, ROSC. Patient CPR completed successfully. Please wait for cabin secure.
Cabin secured. Ready to fly.
Okay, let's go. Let's get this guy to hospital. Right, quick look at everything. Everything's looking great with the engine. Pressures and temperatures are fine. We're in flight mode. Everything's tickety-boo. Happy with that. Let's go. Just double checking the wind again, and let's stay away from those pylons.
Wow, nice touch, Captain.
We're not there yet, mate. Although I appreciate your enthusiasm and general state of positivity. A little bit of buffet by the wind there. I just want to get over the pylon. Pick up a bit of speed. Watch that we're not over talking.
VY.
Okay, let's get this guy on his way. Let's watch the wires. And we're on the way. So, wind is going to be coming from that direction.
2 nautical miles from hospital.
Wind has calmed down a bit. There's the hospital over there. Certainly getting to know the Edinburgh? Good God, lad. Aberdeen, get your geography right. We're getting to know the area. So let's try and remember this time, not such a high approach like an idiot.
Rear crew, we are approaching the landing site.
It's frustrating when the FPS drops out there. One of the things with helicopters is you really need good FPS to be able to fly smoothly. The old TCAS was going off there a bit on the Garmins. Right. Should have done this earlier. There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Must set up that key command to fold the iPad. Right, so I can see there's a couple of chaps down on the ground. Steady on. Bit of bucking bronco there, the wind causes.
Rear crew, prepare for ground operation.
And we're down. Okay, let's get the iPad out again. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that to let it run its course. Right.
Helicopter in position. Rear crew, clear to start operation.
Are we up for a custom mission into the mountains? If so, let me know. I'm happy to do it, but if you guys want to call it a night, happy to leave it here as well. But let me know what you think. If we're going to do another one, I would suggest a quick few minutes break to make a brew, and then we can crack on again. But give me a sign that you want us to carry on.
Patient has been deployed to the hospital. He is safe.
Excellent. Excellent. He's safe. Cool. Okay. Brilliant. Right. Bloody blah blah. Bloody blah blah. I'm going to leave it. I'll leave it on this screen. Oh, he's going off to do the paperwork. So I'm going to leave it on this screen. We're going to leave the engines in idle, and I'm going to go and make a brew, and I'll come back and see you shortly.
Cabin secured. Ready to fly.
The radio check. Seems to be working okay. Family photo op. That's a damn good point. Got some screenshots in. Okay, so what do we do? For custom mission, select manual mission selection. Okay, so I need to go back now. So if I end mission, oh wow, cool, okay, so we can do that. Okay, so for custom mission, select manual mission selection. How do I clear that? Command failed. Need to somehow get out of this situation, I guess. Let's see if I can reset it that way. Seems to have done the job. Let's get some fuel. Good old parallel 42's flow. Right, here we go. Where is it? Custom mission, select manual mission selection, advanced users. Guessing that must be down here somewhere. Manual mission selection, there it is. Let me just move this in and then lock it off again. There we go. Right. Set mission number 2. Mission number 2. And camping variable 2. Oh, count to 2, 3, 4, 8. Okay, camping on peak. 3 is full from man stay, 4 is chairlift, 8 is glacier. Damn, that's cool. Then click on custom location. Damn, have I gone too far? Where was it? Yeah, sorry, I'm all over the place, aren't I, with this? Manual mission selection, there we go. So I've done that, I've done that, I've done that. And then what was the next thing? Then click on custom location. Connect first. Oh, I see. Okay. So is custom location down here somewhere, Andrea? Or is it back in the... Is it back in here? Where is it? Custom location, I see it. I see it. Come back. Where shall we back out again? Let's see, there we go. That's that. So let's go. Go up here. So, what was it? Select a point or POI on the map, and so let's go for let's try that. Okay.
Cabin preparation.
Brilliant.
Please
Thanks,
wait.
Andrea. That is a big help. Let's have a look. Time of day. I might just wind the clock back a little bit just so we can see a bit of scenery. There we go. It's not going to make too much difference, but I love how you can do that in flow. It's so cool that you've got that smooth time transition.
Cabin preparation complete.
Okay, let's go. Right, let's get synthetic vision up. Okay, engine's looking good. Everything's good, fuel's good. Got some more of that on board. Tea is good. We've got some of that on board. Let's go. Just checking the wind. There it is.
VTOS.
I'm actually
VY.
I'm actually really interested to see what the mountains look like with the weather at the moment, see if there is a bit of snow on them. And on we go, heading to the hills. So hopefully from here it will send us, just see a bit of snow on the ground there. It's so cool how this sim adds that. Just a little bit of snow just to give you that feeling, you know, well, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It's a danger I'm going to start waffling. Me waffle? Never. It's play with the autopilot a bit. So we're now on heading mode for the autopilot. There we go. Come on, pick it up. The awful moment where you actually have to let go of the stick and let
Watch
it
out.
Yeah.
Reduce collective now. Watch out. Hey, hey, reduce the... That's not an aerobatic helicopter. Please
Bear
keep
with
calm.
me. Right, let's disengage the autopilot because it's doing some funny things, and let's get back under control again. See a bit of snow on the ground there. Nice stable flight. It's really clever the way it does it. That kind of transition, it's not like 1 minute it's green, the next minute it's white. You've just got these areas of snow, which is actually very realistic. When I was up north this week, just south of where the snow had really hit, and it was kind of like that coming up the motorway when you started to see it. Just turning the heading bug, so I'm going to trust it to just get some trim a little bit. Right, heading mode on and see what it does.
500.
It's a bit more stable. Right, let's put it on to alt mode. There we go.
Hey,
What?
hey, Captain. That's
Watch
not
out.
an aerobatic helicopter.
Oh,
Please
damn it.
keep calm. Hey, hey, Captain.
Yeah.
That's not an aerobatic helicopter. Please keep calm. Hey, hey, watch out. That's reduce
autopilot.
collective now. Watch out.
Absolutely.
Reduce collective now. Watch out.
Okay, something's not right there. Quite sure why the autopilot is wigging out. I'm trying to think if it's something that I'm doing wrong. It seems strange that so it's back in, put it back on heading mode. Let's try and stabilise it a bit.
Watch out. Reduce collective now. Watch out. Watch out. Reduce collective now. Watch out. Reduce collective now.
It does feel like the autopilot wants to kill us.
Watch out.
Yeah, okay.
Reduce collective now.
I don't trust you, autopilot. Let's just do it manually. Not quite sure what's going wrong there. I have flown with the autopilot before, and when I've flown with it before, it tends to behave itself. So I'm not sure why in this instance putting the autopilot on means that it does anything but actually follow the follow the autopilot. So let's see. Just trying to feel through the stick what it's trying to do. Got any errors down there? No. So just make sure we get over this lumpy bumpy stuff. Doesn't actually feel like my beat trim is doing anything. Strangely. If I let go of the stick now, it just goes
Hey, Captain. That's not an aerobatic helicopter. Please keep calm.
straight into a dive, even though I've tried to trim the cyclic back a bit. Which is interesting. There's the splendour of the mountains ahead of us. Cheers, Trip. Thanks for coming along. Thanks for joining. See you soon. Have a good one. See that thing where it goes right over to the left again. The beep trim is having no effect. Having to manually fly it. Let's put it onto heading mode. Let's try. I'm really not keen on doing this, but let's put altitude mode on. Let's see what happens.
Reduce collective now. Watch out. Reduce
500.
collective now. Watch out. Reduce collective now.
Yeah.
Watch out.
No.
Reduce collective now. Watch out. Reduce collective now. Watch out. Reduce collective now.
Let's get back control again. Yeah, it's so let me get stable again. Yeah, everything's back on again. Yeah, I haven't got a huge amount of time using the autopilot in this, but I've got to say it's never done this to me before. I've usually found it fairly easy to work with, so I'm not sure what's going on. But it's interesting that my beep trim doesn't seem to be doing anything. Like I'm trying to put in some right trim, putting in what should be a lot of right trim, but then if I let go now we're just going to bank to the left, so yeah, I'm not sure how can I troubleshoot that. There you can see the cyclic beep trim, you can see it's see I'm pressing it. So I'm whacking in right now. But if I now let go, see it's just going to go even over to the left again. A bit baffled by that. Sure if I've messed around with another setting somewhere that I shouldn't have done. On the mountains it's beautiful. Some snowy fields over there. have to do this again sometime, but with a nasty preset. Trying to remember which button I've got set up for trim reset. Is there one on the tablet? I don't know if there is. I don't know if I can't remember which button I've used, and I'm a bit reticent to start pressing lots of buttons and find out the wrong way.
Hands on.
Yeah. Didn't want to do that.
Hey, Captain.
Oh,
That's not an aerobatic helicopter.
Okay,
Please
let's
keep
get
calm.
control.
Hey,
We're going
Captain.
in.
That's not an aerobatic helicopter. Please keep calm. Hey, Captain. That's not an...
This is going to be a nasty end to the flight. Okay, got it back again. Got it back again. Let's just hold it. Hold it. That's exactly why I didn't want to start pressing buttons. Still, it's a good test of the systems, eh? Okay. Got control back. Trying to do how on earth do we deactivate that alarm? Alright, let's get control again. Engines are looking okay. I'm going to quickly put it down on the ground and see if I can turn this alarm off. Bear with me. Oh, cheers, Andre. Oh, I see it. I see it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I really do appreciate you sticking around. Okay. Interesting little location. Oh, it's the Boyd. It's the gliding club. Okay, everything's back under. I tell you what, this is what's so cool about a flight like this is you learn so much. When things go wrong, you learn so much. I mean, this is obviously why in real life, when they do simulator work, they're practicing emergencies and all that sort of thing. I think that's so cool what just happened. Gives you an opportunity to figure out what's going on. So, how is the helicopter now? Doesn't feel like the beam trim is having any effect. So again, I'm really not sure what, let's just get some height. Yeah, beep trim is just having no effect on the cyclic. I mean, okay. No, there he goes. Okay, let's try that again. I'm just gonna... No. Yeah, it's crazy.
500.
Crazy.
Watch out. Reduce collective now.
Trying to, I've gone silent because I'm concentrating. I'm trying to find a way.
Hey, Captain.
Yeah, no.
That's not an aerobatic helicopter. Please keep calm.
Something very weird is going on with my autopilot. And I'm not necessarily blaming the helicopter, by the way. I don't know if it's something that I'm doing.
Watch out. Reduce collective now.
I'm just going to keep flying it manually. And then I might, when HPG bring the update out, which might already be there, I don't know. It might be nothing to do with that, by the way, but I think tomorrow I might have another look at it. See if I can figure out what's going on. Gorgeous scenery. Oh. Co-pilot cat is trying to join in. There we go. Co-pilot cat, if you've got any ideas about what's going on with the trim and the autopilot, now do not walk across the keyboard, for God's sake. As if this wasn't getting tough enough. Come on. Come on. That's it. Come on. Down you come. Oh, it's nice snow on the hills just over there. Right, let's get moving. Oh my God. This giant blue tail appears. Come on. Down you come. Thank you. Had enough accidents. Right, let's get some speed up. Jesus. Guess that was wind then, suddenly taking it. See how it's, as soon as I release the stick and try and use trim, it just goes all over the place.
Watch out.
Okay.
Reduce collective now.
Hands off. Hands off. Hands off. Trimmed out a bit more now. Let's see if we can get it on heading mode. Heading mode's good. Okay, happy with that. Let's have a play with altitude.
Alt A crossing. Alt.
It's
500.
there we go, and let's now put to Alt A. I must admit, I've never used Alt A before.
Watch out. Reduce collective now. Watch out.
Okay, it's
Reduce
climbing.
collective.
It's
Watch
climbing.
out.
I'm reducing
Reduce collective
collective.
now. Watch out.
I'm reducing
Reduce
collective.
collective now. Watch out. Reduce collective now. Watch out. Reduce
Reducing
collective
collective.
now. Watch out. Reduce collective now. Watch out. Reduce collective now.
Okay.
Watch out.
That's the. It's not like. Okay. So that is now autopilot. So we're climbing to an altitude, and we're in heading mode, and it seems to stabilise now. Cheers. That was interesting. I wonder what all the collective issue was with the autopilot. You can actually look at the scenery. Wonderful. Well, it's certainly been a learning experience on this trip, that's for sure. So stable, nice heading hold. The aircraft is climbing nicely. We certainly got no problems now with the helicopter jostling around everywhere. So yeah, I need to look into that. I need to look into what I need to do, because again, I'm not blaming the helicopter. What I need to do to figure out how to use the autopilot in the way that I'm used to, where it's a nice stable transition. Look at the snow on the mountains. This is what I was hoping to see. Some really nice scenery. Let's see who's still with us. Give them a shout out. Oh, they're so close I can't see it. We've got Alpha and Heapster at the back, one away. See if I can. That's not going to make much of a difference, is it? And I always say it's very boring, but the scenery in this sim is just absolutely stupendous. It's so damn realistic. Love it. So looking at the map, let me show you that. problems there? No? Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, that's worked. So here we are. So coming up on the Cairngorms National Park. I think this is going to be the site of our where we're going to have to do our rescue. This might be, we might need to hoist from here. Andrea, I can't remember if hoisting is working on this version that I've got. I seem to remember reading something that there might be a bit of a problem with it, but if not, I'm just going to try and land where I can. But you can kind of get the idea of where we're coming into. I seem to remember reading that Ben McDewey is the second highest mountain in the UK. It's not the highest mountain in Scotland, but I'm sure I heard that it's the second highest mountain in the UK. Anyway, bit of useless fact for you. Right, let's get it back on the live stream. There we go. So, right, well we've had a play with the autopilot. Going to take control back now, and let's have a look. Okay, cool. I'll try and hoist then. This is definitely hoisting country, that's for sure. This is just so damn clever. Okay. Don't want to lose too much height, so let's just arrest that for the moment. What do you think? You enjoying yourself? Yeah, he's never gives anything away, that co-pilot. Let's just get rid of the labels. So I'm thinking from here we'll probably end up going to Regmore.
Watch out. Reduce collective now. Watch out.
Gust there. 26 knots on the nose at the moment is what we're getting. Oh, I'm so in love with this helicopter. This is what I just love doing, flying around country like this, doing this kind of HEMS stuff. It's just beautiful. Everything about this H145 is just gorgeous. The graphics of the interior, the exterior,
500.
the depth of the simulation. You know, having to learn all about the systems,
We will be first on scene.
all that kind of stuff. It is quite incredible. Oh, wind snatched us a little bit there. So we're picking up a little bit of icing now. In the real world, there is no de-icing in the H145, but I seem to remember if we do that, it clears it in the sim. Look at this.
500.
Proper mountain rescue stuff, flying into a glacial valley. So let's have a look. Where is our chap? Wonderful. Just head up this valley.
I set a possible hospital destination for our patient. Info available on tablet.
Bonjour,
We can confirm
comment ça
or
va?
change later.
$500.
2 nautical miles from accident area.
Okay, there's our smoke.
500.
So I think this is going to be a hoist job. This is what I wanted to see. Snow. Snow on the hills. Okay, let's think about this approach here. So, where's the wind? Wind is on the nose. I want to stay away from that rock
Rear
face
crew,
there.
we are approaching the landing site.
So I'm just going to come over here a little bit. This is where, again, I should really have a switch set up for hoisting. Right, there they go. Yeah, I can see the campfire, Andrea. That is so cool. I don't know if you can see that on the stream, but there's a flare and then
500.
do you see the campfire there? I'm trying to get to the helicopter to a stable position where I can quickly look up. And okay, let's click that.
Rear crew, prepare for hoist operation.
Hold on. Hoisting preparation in progress and almost completed. Opening the door and preparing for hoist operation.
Yeah, you just hang fire, lads. You've got a rookie hoist pilot here. I'm going to try and get you as close as I can. Wind is still on the nose. See the camp, you can see the tents there just above the and the campfire. Let's get them a bit closer. This is where the autopilot hover mode would be quite handy. I'm just going to come in. Something with the door. The door's open.
We are reasonably close. Set hover as you like.
Oh. Let's concentrate on
You're
flying.
too far.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Height is good. We are reasonably close. Set hover as you like. Position good. Hold position. Operator is getting hot.
Fortunately, you can't see this because I'm concentrating on flying, but
Hoist is running down.
you can hear what they're doing. And the guy's winching down now. I'm just trying to keep it stable. Down yet? No? Still hoisting? It's like some weird form of meditation. So I want to look outside to see what the hell's going on, but I can't. Come on. Surely he's down now. I'm wondering if maybe me doing this manually is stopping it from actually hoisting correctly. Hoist is running. Okay, let's see. I want to see what's going on, and I can't do that while I'm trying to do it manually. So let's try something else. Yeah, no. I'm going to try and put it to autopilot hover mode. But to do that I need to fly it stably before I can actually get to that point. If I'm too far away. Engage, please. Okay, that's autopilot hover mode. Okay, let's have a look outside. So he's waiting to go. The aircraft suddenly decided. Why is it doing that? Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I know that's how you do it, Sparky, but it's not wanting to. Yeah. let's try figure out why the nose right in again. Seems to get to a point where it decides it whacks the nose in. Let's just move it over. Yeah, it is sparky, but like I say, it's I don't know if you're able to pick it up from the video, but it's not. Yes, it's split to move it around, but it's not behaving itself. I don't know if you could tell before, but suddenly it was nosing in. At least it's stable now. See if we can figure out why the hoist isn't going down. Are you still there, Andrea? I don't know if you're still there, Andrew. I was just going to say the hoisting problem that the other person reported, was it like this, where the hoist wasn't actually deploying? The guy's there in the doorway waiting to go, but I'm pretty sure I've got hoisting set to manual. Let's have a look around, see if there's anything weird going on. The door's open, so that's all good. That's all good. That's all good. No problem. Right, I wonder if there's a way. Is there a way I can cancel hoist and go for a pickup? We are in range for. Okay, we are too high. Okay, let's bring it in. So let's do it right. Yeah, he's not going to go, is he? So we've got good range, we've got good height. But he is not going. Maybe he's scared of heights. Might actually, you'd think it'd be preferable to get on the ground rather than hang out the side of a helicopter if you were scared of heights. Okay. Okay, so there's no way we can get this one. Alright, okay, what I'm going to do then, because we're not going to be able to finish this mission, I am going to, let's go to the beach. Yeah, let's go to the beach. It's not far. Not far, that's a shame. Okay. So we'll abort that. Close the door. What the hell am I doing? Get the right one. Okay. Let's go to the beach. Let's not blow up the engine. That's a big old quarry. Up here in the summer where there's still been a tiny bit of snow up here. It's quite an incredible place. As we come over the top here, you can see the green ahead, a little bothy down there. Close that.
$500.
So yeah, I mean, this is very much for me being a training flight. It's been interesting testing a few things. Learnt some unexpected emergency recovery procedures. But it's been great fun doing some missions. It really has been. So there's Cairngorm Mountain. There's the ski centre and the car park. Ptarmigan bar and restaurant, whatever it is on the top. But we're going to go to the beach. I think the lads in the back have earned a break. We'll go to the beach, go to the cafe here. Suddenly realised I made a bucket full of tea and I've hardly touched it. So we're going to be landing with a tailwind, which isn't great, but that's just the direction of the beach. There's the beach over there. This is Loch Morley. About a little bit. I'm going to have to just correct for that because we've come in a little bit too close. Bumpy. And get beach a bit. Oh, it's bumpy. We're going to be on a slope as well. And down. Just how close are we to those trees? Out of interest. No problem. So that's what I'm talking about there. It's like, Jesus Christ, we've turned into a big hedge trimmer. But actually, it's fine. Look at that.